Hey guys, it's Grand Admiral Thrawn, and I realized something. I did a lot of figures for Bad Batch Season 2, and I only did about 3 for Mando Season 3. So to make up for that, I'm going to do 2 more figures. This is one of them. And that figure is Moff Gideon, the main antagonist of The Mandalorian. Oh, by the way, there are no spoilers for Season 3 if you haven't seen it yet. I recommend you should. It's pretty good. Now, Gideon is one of those antagonists that I think every time you see more of him, the better he gets. And they did a really good job with his Black Series. I'll get into the Darksaber soon because I have a lot to talk about just his weapon. Now, the figure itself, on first glance, this looks just like Giancarlo Esposito. Okay, you could make this a Gus Fring action figure if Gus Fring was dressed like this. He'd be missing his glasses, and he'd be dressed in a very weird outfit for Gus Fring to be wearing, but it'd still be. He does fall over occasionally. Now, one thing I really like about this figure is the cape. Where they failed with Mando's cape in making it a rubber cape, this time it actually works, because Gideon didn't have a jetpack that he needed included with him. And this rubber cape actually stays on, but not only that, on the inside it's red, and on the outside it's black, like it was in the show. And with Gideon here, you can actually move his arms, unlike certain other characters, like, for example, the Armorer. You couldn't move her arms and make her imposability without her coat falling off. And that's a really good thing. For accessories, he comes with a blaster, like he had in the show, and then he also comes with the Darksaber. And this is an amazing mold for the Darksaber. But yeah, this Moff Gideon figure, it's got great posability, it looks just like him, and yeah, it occasionally will fall over, but that's just because it's weighed down a bit by the cape. Other than that, really good. He comes with a holster to put his pistol in, and he even has these red lines that they added the detailing for, so that it's not just an all-black outfit. It includes the red lines that Gideon had on his outfit. So yeah, this is a really good figure. Now, what I like so much about the Darksaber here is that it's not just that some Black Series weapons they make so that the only person who can hold it is the character who comes with the weapon. With the Darksaber, they don't make it like that. For example, here. Okay, so Gideon's holding it. Now let's say Echo from the Bad Batch just came along and did this. Now Echo, who has a normal Black Series figure hand, can wield the Darksaber, just like how it is, because the Darksaber is not meant to be for just any particular person. And by the way, tell me you don't want to see Echo wield the Darksaber. No, I'm kidding. That would mess up the canon, but it's still pretty cool to imagine. But yeah, Echo can hold it, and it looks just like the actual Darksaber, and Echo's not the only one. There are other characters who can hold it. Mando, Bo-Katan, Sabine, Pre Vizsla. Oh wait, they didn't make a figure for him. But yeah, there are so many other characters that can actually hold the Darksaber. Because most lightsabers, they make so that the only character who can hold it is the Jedi or Sith that it came with. So I really liked that. Plus, it looks just like it. They incorporate the white and the black for the blade, except it looks a little more gray, but I'm honestly fine with that. Now let's get into the box on this figure. And that's a great image. It shows how Moff Gideon's not exactly a fighter, but he's more of a strategist. Kind of like Grand Admiral Thrawn. Not me, the real Grand Admiral Thrawn. Yeah, I always liked Gideon, but because I thought he was like a slightly lesser version of Thrawn, and he's very similar to Gus Fring. But yeah, Gideon's a good villain for the show. This is a good box. Moff Gideon's number 8 of the Mandalorian wave, which is pretty reasonable. I mean, they had other figures they made before him. So there's that. It's a pretty good figure. I don't believe there is. Yeah, it does actually include his TIE fighter in the air. I was wondering if it was just a normal TIE fighter or if it was his. Right up top. Yeah, that's his TIE fighter from season 1. So yeah, I think that this is a really good figure. I recommend you pick it up before they make unnecessary remakes of this very figure. Which, by the way, they are making a new Mando who includes the Darksaber, his jetpack, his blaster, and finally a cloth cape. So that's pretty cool. While I have Echo here, we're finally getting a Black Series for 5s. I planned on talking about it in my Rex review, but I needed to talk about it because it's too late. We found out on May 4th, we're finally getting a Black Series figure for 5s. This is a great day. Well, May 4th was a great day, but this is a great day too. But anyway, yeah. I'm going to move Echo out because this isn't his review. If you want to see Echo's review, you can. But yeah, anyway, this Moff Gideon figure, really good. I'd say it's a 10 out of 10 because there's nothing really wrong with the figure, honestly. It includes everything. The Darksaber's great. The figure's great. The cape is great. I'd say this is a 10 out of 10, and I'd pick it up if I were you. Anyway, this is Grand Admiral Thrawn signing off. And if you have any other figures you want me to review, let me know down in the comments. I look forward to our next encounter in my next video.